Hello everyone and welcome to my Date and Dine Mall series. In today's video episode, I am taking you guys to Elements Mall at Melaka. And to be honest with you, this is my first visit here, so I might get some information wrong. If I do, just correct me in the comments down below so that we can have a discussion. Alright, I'm here today on the weekday, which is on the Friday as per recording of this video. And it is just slightly after the lunchtime, which is around 2:30 p.m. As you can see, this mall is as dead as I can see. There are only a few people here and most of the retail outlets are completely closed and no longer operating. So I believe Element Mall opened somewhere in between late 2017 or late 2018. Since this is my first visit here to Elements Mall, I'd like to know from the audience, how was it back then during its early inception and what happened to this mall exactly. As of in 2025, the mall seems to be on its very last legs. That is my personal opinion, and I don't foresee that this mall could last very long if they do not bring in new tenants to support it. Well, the positive side about Elements Mall is they have a residence tower right on top, and they also have a hotel which is also right on top. So I don't know what went wrong since they have two of these elements, and not to mention they have commercial building right opposite. So in short, they have the organic traffic, just that they are unable to translate them into the mall traffic. For me, one of the reasons is very obvious. They do not have a grocer, and on top of that, they are lacking the F&B. And to my surprise, this mall also have a Stanford College. By right, they have all the elements, which is what the mall is called, but somehow they are failing. So guys, if you like this content that I'm doing, like, share, and also subscribe. And why should you subscribe? Hey guys, it's completely free, and most important, it helps me to continue to produce more interesting content like this in the future. Right now I'm on mezzanine floor. As you can see, most of the space here are boarded up, so I cannot cross to the front section. As you noticed earlier in the video, when I was on the ground floor, they barricade the escalator. So this is the only space where I can walk up, and as you can see on the first floor, it's the same story. All the space are all pretty much barricaded. Seems like something is happening on the upper level, as you can hear in the music. As I walk up, it's getting louder and louder. Not sure what is happening upstairs, but it's definitely more happening than on the ground floor. But now we know the top floor, which is level 3, consists of children playing area. I think it covers 1/4 or maybe 1/3 of the entire retail space on the third floor. But there are still many empty spaces. Let's try to walk towards the empty side and to see if we can cross over to the other side. Well, the view is interesting since it's facing the Strait of Melaka, but strangely enough, they did not make use of the view on the mall. If they can convert this section, which is facing the Strait of Melaka, to F&B, I think a lot of foreigners, they enjoy the view and the calm sea breeze in this section. That is my opinion. What do you guys think? So apparently MBO is on this mall, is at level 11, and they have a go-kart area also on level 4. So this is the 11th floor. The only way to access is through the lift, and there's no escalator coming here as far as I know. Right now, as you can see, there's also many empty retail spaces which are completely void. So for those Malakans that are staying close to this mall, do share with me really what happened to this mall and why the residents are not patroning this mall, as it's almost completely died off in the early year 2025. Well, this is the interesting part of the mall. It does look very historical, and the concept here is a bit of a mixture of old and new, and they have a very nice dome which gives a lot of natural lighting. So somehow things did not really reflect or translate to the popularity of the mall, not only for the local but for the tourists as well. Well, as for the 11th floor, it is pretty much occupied by MBO alone. As for the 10th and the 12th floor, it is completely void of anyone, and retailers. To be honest with you guys, there is very little information I can get online about this mall. What I can see is some of the retail spaces are being auctioned online. I found out this information from Facebook, and with that information, I think these retail lots are stratified. I could be wrong, again, because there's very little information about elements that I can gather online, and I'm not local Malakan, so correct me if I'm wrong. And if you have more information about this mall, do share in the comments down below. So right now I'm on the 4th floor. Apparently it looks like this floor is for older children, for sports and recreation. This idea is quite interesting. As you can see, they have roller skating space, and they managed to convert the entire 4th floor space to a go-kart track. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I think this idea is excellent in my personal opinion. Probably some malls in KL, they should also consider this strategy. If the entire floor is unoccupied, make use of it, convert the entire space to a go-kart track. At least there's activity area for older children to enjoy themselves, rather than keep the entire floor totally vacant and void. Again, I think this mall don't have much of a future unless they bring in more F&B to the ground floor, and most importantly, this mall needs a grocer. Otherwise, it won't last long. That is my personal opinion. As for the demographic residents in Melaka, especially closer to where this mall is positioned, so far I've noticed that there's a lot of Chinese and some Malaysia, and it seems that they have quite a few foreign tourists who are staying in the hotel. As for the parking at the Elements, most of the parking space are free on the outside, so I did not go to the basement or the multi-story car park. I'm not sure if they have those, but I believe they do. And to my surprise, when I was driving here to Elements, there is another mall which is just across the street, and that mall is called Imperial Mall and Residence. So what happened to that mall? As I saw in Google, that is permanently closed. One thing about this mall design is that it's kind of modern, and just based on my estimation on the ground floor, it is almost 80 to 90% total vacancy just on the ground floor itself. Well, as for the first, second floor, is 0% occupancy. Now I repeat myself, there's 0% vacancy until you go up to the 3rd floor where they have the children's playing area. So I hope you enjoyed the Elements Mall video. If you click the like button and share this video to your friends and families, most important thing, do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, consider clicking the red button below, as this is the best way to support a small YouTuber like me, and it's completely free. My name is Chester Cheng. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers guys. So this will be a one-day trip, and our first pit stop is for lunch.